This is a good spot.
He's up top. On top
Wait.
of it.
Okay. I actually thought you were the kid for some reason, like, in the game.
No. No. This is some dude spectating me.
Yeah, I thought
Wait, I
for some
just
reason.
blanked them.
And then this Omen's just standing here.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, that's our Raze being crazy.
Alright, or bronze? What is this, bro?
Okay. So this is gonna be different. I haven't had someone edit like this before. I can see one game is very short, but I'm guessing you just have like small clips from each of them. We'll see how
Yeah,
far we
mainly
get.
just-
Should be able to get through all of it, but we'll see.
Yeah, because I was like peeking around expecting her to push through smoke, but she never did, so I thought maybe she would be coming garage.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just like an assumption. Assumptions can be good, but generally don't make too many assumptions unless you like know for a fact like your teammate, you trust your teammate, their calls. But in that scenario, like I'm open to the possibility of that stage being sand, drop or main or spawn. Like, you know, like I obviously have an idea of where she's more likely to be, but I still respect all of the spots she could be.
Right, and at the very beginning, I saw her peek that around by ropes.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I knew she was not drop, but she could have
Yeah.
gone main. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I should have played around the pillar and really taken advantage of that claustrophobic site there.
And honestly, in silver, like it's kind of hard to read players sometimes. Like I
Yeah,
noticed,
definitely.
I noticed myself. Like and that's honestly a benefit of ranking up. It's gonna be more about like your aim whenever you get into gold, plat, and like raw. Just like so these TP plays and like you know how you say you want to implement like your abilities and stuff into your gameplay. That's gonna be more effective, I think, when you get to like plat probably. But it'll slowly get easier as you get out of silver. My main point here is you could die from here or technically
Yeah, definitely.
there as well. And we spend a little bit. I think they might both be there. So
Yeah,
This
the
is
map was
good.
flipped around for TP.
oh yeah.
I still have to get used to the Omen TP things because it's always the same direction.
Yeah. I noticed that in another session. I like that we're playing aggressive here. It's just
Yeah,
aim.
1v2 definitely got to be out there.
Like you don't have to go here necessarily, but playing aggressive just somewhere is good because you want to get the kill and you want to make it a 1v1. Like, do you prefer the Vandal?
Over the Phantom?
Yeah, in general.
It really depends on the scenario because if I'm going to be planning on standing in a smoke, I will take Phantom because I don't want them to see the tracers.
Okay, good. I was gonna say in general, like with Omen, I would be buying Phantom much more than the Vandal.
Yeah, this isn't even my gun. I think I picked it up earlier in the round.
Yeah, just something to consider. But here, I like this. Just a matter, honestly, of aim. Like he could easily one tap this guy. He takes a second to kill you. Like right here.
Yeah, I
This
missed the
time-
flick.
Oh, he's on site.
This is a good spot.
He's up top. On top
Wait.
of it.
Okay.
Nice.
He's up top. On top of it. Oh, he's on site.
See, I want to see when our teammate dies exactly.
Oh, he's on site.
Okay, I think this is fine actually. I just want to make sure because our Sage is really valuable right now. Like she has res and she has a spike, and after someone says like there's one on site, I'm thinking okay, should I help? But you're already here, so it's okay that you went for this. It worked out very well, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you hadn't dropped yet, I would have been focused on site. You probably would have been honestly, but this part here is really good. People will always walk into this, not always, but people rarely clear that corner until you get a little bit higher up in ranks. It seems like you're aware of that, so I
Yeah,
definitely like
playing
how
around
you
my
play in your
smokes.
smokes. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very valuable because people kind of lose all sense of what's
Nice.
going on when you're just like playing
yeah.
around
People
them.
just don't realize that you can play in there. I don't know why. Because our teammates are behind us.
Okay.
Like so, Omen's flash, right? His flash is really strong. Like one of the strongest flashes in the game for sure. But you really wanna try to. It's more of a team flash. It's not like a duelist flash where you can just kind of chuck it for info or just use it whenever. Like this is good, but more than likely you're probably not gonna get a kill unless you get up really close to the smoke. I would try to wait till your teammates are coming up with you, maybe. But let's see how this plays out. Okay, respect. Never mind. I was wrong.
It ended up working, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see a little more use with your team though, because I noticed the last two flashes you did. you're using them kind of like selfishly, like you're just using them to try to get a kill. And to be fair, it is really good for getting a kill, but it's also good for like taking space on a site or just playing site. But this is fine, honestly. What you just did is completely fine.
Yeah, you said Omen's Flash is one of the strongest in the games. I don't know how to use it then because I think it's really bad.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Hey, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say I usually like don't get much use out of it. I had a couple plays in this game where I'd like flash for a teammate to peek out of A main. But like in general, I always see myself, I guess, kind of selfishly flashing and then pushing too close to where they can see me and just get the kill anyways.
Yeah, one of the best examples I have, or there's 2 examples on split that you can use Omen's Flash, and it's just devastating to the enemy team. Like I always referred to Omen's Flash as like the school bus flash because that's literally the size that the flash hits, but
can't even dodge it either. Yeah,
so like I think it's really one of the strongest because the flash duration lasts quite a while and it also near sights people, so they really have no clue what's going on whenever it hits them. And it's just really wide. Like they made it so also it's hard to hit your teammates now too. So I feel like really just trying to think how could you use it around your teammates. And a lot of time, obviously, silver teammates probably aren't gonna do what you want them to do. So that's fine. But just because sometimes you're gonna if you throw a good flash, it's gonna be your teammates literally can't mess up how good the flash is. Let's see how aggressive we want to go.
I end up going pretty aggressive here.
Yeah, we don't need to go too aggressive, especially because you're Omen. Like, Omen's really good for going aggressive, but this is also something that is not going to work whenever you get into, like, gold plat.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
This person is going to turn on you, and you're going to be dead before you can pull your gun out.
Yep.
And she still only hit you once. Ace. It's good to see that you're not scared, though, so...
That chamber.
I feel like just a little more patience here with your shooting.
Yeah.
Because, like, these guys are not looking at you, and honestly, sometimes when people aren't looking at you, it's even harder to shoot them. But I feel like here, these guys are standing still. You could shoot them in the head pretty easily.
I assumed they were going to turn on me, but
yeah.
They just never did, so...
Yeah, I mean, again, we're in silver, so...
Check the call.
Yeah, that's what... I say that a lot when I'm playing. I'm like, all right, this is silver.
That was a nice shot.
I know he got binked.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how
I would half here. I would have got half there.
Even though she's pre-firing me and I'm on 45 HP?
Yes.
Okay.
She
just because time's low?
Just because, like, I know that they're not going to peek me, and I also know that there's a good chance she probably is not going to hit me twice.
I know he got binked.
Silver.
Yeah. So, and then you have more, like, then you can tap it, and then they're like, oh, crap. He already got half, and then they really have to push into you. And it makes the round just overall easier for you.
One enemy remaining.
Like, whereas here, we now just can't win, I don't think. When you see her on
No,
right.
I end up not defusing, yeah. I get this Reyna, and then I look at the spike, and there's no time.
Yeah, if you had half there, I think you still had it. Especially because your smoke's regenerate. So this is the point where I'm thinking, okay, yo, team, I'm gonna flash. Can we go in together? Like, you might be conditioned to not trust your teammates, and I don't blame you, but it's still a good idea to be like, yo, I'm gonna flash the plant. Could someone come through with me, or just like at least give it a shot every now and then? See, you know, if a specific team's really feeling your comms, then that's great. But I would just suggest saying something, because again, this is a team flash. A lot of the time, you probably throw your Omen flash. You probably get some, but it doesn't really do anything, right? It might.
Right, because there's no one to push with me. And
yeah, like and again, it's like it's not like a duelist flash. So you can't really go in. Like you could TP, but it's not really good idea to TP in here in this case. Yeah. I think this play can be good. Honestly, I don't think like if your intention is to just lurk, you don't even need to smoke this. Especially if you're not saying anything to your team. You can. What I do is just walk up. And then from this point, I'll either walk all the way up tube, or walk under, or walk toward A. Because, like, I know that people literally just don't watch mid. But the reason this is bad is, one, because you're not a duelist, and two, so what happens if all of your teammates die here, right? And then it's like a 1v3, 1v4. Like, then you lose all the potential to trade a teammate. Or at least if you're going to do this, say, like, I'm going to go up mid. I think you take a little long as well.
So if I had somebody with me, this would have been better?
Yes, definitely this would have been better. Because, like, we're if you're intending to split B, then you have someone to actually trade you, and then you
Okay.
can actually make a little more noise. If you're playing on your own, trying to make as much noise, someone on the enemy team will just say like, "Yo, one mid, be careful," or in the worst case scenario for you, that's what they would say. Who knows what they're actually saying?
Mhm.
I feel like we wait a little
Probably
bit
nothing.
long.
It's over.
Yeah, again, like, I feel like this is another scenario where I'd be like playing a little more aggressive. I'd just be willing to take the fight a little sooner.
Yeah, I thought the Reyna was gonna push me.
Yeah, this
thinking
is-
I
exactly.
went up too.
Like, yeah, like you think that,
But-
well, I think the reason that she didn't expect you to be here is because, I don't know, I feel like you know the strength of Omen TP, but she doesn't, because she probably doesn't play Omen.
Interesting.
Uh,
I guess yeah, I did teleport to get out of a position, but then
yeah, like, it seems obvious that she should respect this, but
Yeah.
if she didn't see, she might have looked like on top of the tube, and she's like, oh, she's not there, so he TP'd away. Like, that probably is what happened.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to play? Let's play.
Good pick.
Honestly,
Ray's here.
I feel like you might smoke a little bit too much. Like here, I would have probably smoked like B for myself. Oh, he's opping, so maybe not. But I don't know. I would probably either just smoke nothing or smoke something else here, and then walk down tube, and just
Interesting
see if they're like. I would just go down to right here,
Yeah.
and I would just peek this. I would just jiggle this angle right here, see if there's anyone over here that I could easily kill, and then come back.
I guess that's me not trusting my gunplay as much.
Yeah, that's true, but that's something you want to get comfortable with for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like you don't want to obviously don't want to push all the time on defense, but this is just a play you can do like once is what I'm saying, and you could do plays like this around the map. Like again, this might be more of like a duelist type thing, but it's something you could try because if you're just gonna smoke this, they're gonna be more cautious of mid. Most likely.
Yeah, my idea of smoking that is to make them cautious of mid and not want to push it.
Yeah, that's
Make them
good.
funnel a sight, or if somebody comes up tube, I'm peeking a little bit, so I'm trying to isolate the fights.
Yeah, that's fair. I just think I don't know. I'm telling you a little bit of contradicting things. Like first, I was telling you to be less aggressive. Now I'm telling you to be maybe a little more aggressive.
I
but
mean, it's all situational, so I get it. Yeah.
it is. It's like kind of finding a balance. So this play's fine. I just think consider what else you could do because I noticed you're very keen on just smoking instantly as soon as the round starts, which usually is a good thing. But maybe consider where else you could smoke. Like this is a perfect example of what you want to be saying to your team. Like, yo, I'm gonna flash back sight, or I'm gonna flash pillar. Either one's good. Whatever you think they're gonna be playing. Probably I'm expecting like 2 back sight. I noticed lower ranks play more passive here.
They're like stacked up.
Yeah, definitely.
They're probably stacked. So like, yeah, I'm gonna flash back sight. A little Dorito peeking spawn is Killjoy. Okay, you say that. That's
Ooh, you
good.
did damage.
And then
Couple
they just
things
tell.
here as they're coming out.
Sure.
Ooh, you did damage.
So you do what we call like a soft clear.
On the left angle there, yeah.
Yeah. So not like that's a pretty bad soft clear. Like you don't even really look at the corner.
Yeah.
So that like you probably don't want to full clear this just because you feel like they're gonna be to your right, but you always want to full clear this. And also Raptors corner up here. That's gonna be played less in this rank, but it's something to consider.
Oh, yeah, Raptors corner I didn't even consider.
Yeah, I play
Honestly,
that sometimes. But
I do too.
yeah,
That's the problem, as I play that and not even clear it.
here I'm saying, wait, Sage, wait for me.
10
Wait for me.
seconds left.
Oh, I was.
Wait for me. Wait for me. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Let me
I'm in
flash. Let me
Discord with
flash.
him.
Yeah, this
And
just
then he
makes
just loses the fight, man.
it very hard.
Sage, if you push the top,
You know he has to be to the
Yeah,
left.
you
He
need
can't
to-
be behind there.
I didn't think I had enough time. I didn't want to sprint and get away.
Got a peek in there. I'm thinking maybe he's gonna push up. Yeah, he's
This-
making excuses. He loves to.
These smokes are just
You're right.
Bad for me.
you're opping.
Especially-
Yes.
Yeah,
You're
especially with op. But I was planning on. I don't know if somebody called it or if I was planning on it, but I picked up the Phantom here.
Like yeah, you can see why this makes it hard for you now, kind of.
And then
Yeah, like you
I
don't
don't
need to.
know, I
You don't need to
TP'd.
TP. You don't need to
I don't
smoke
know. I
there.
did.
I would just be the only ability that I would be trying to use here. He honestly probably went CT. That's probably where he went. The only ability I'd be thinking of using here is my flash. As soon as your Sage dies, I'd be flashing elbow and just dropping, taking the aim fight, even if I lose the op. He probably went here. He's probably coming heaven.
So instead of smoking, I'm watching that corner. I blind the elbow there, and then I drop down and try to take the op fight.
What corner do you mean?
I'm watching right
Right
where I'm
there?
watching right now.
Yeah.
And he hasn't peeked out. But instead of like swinging on this and going around, because what happens is he escapes to CT and ults me.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Yeah, that's something else you can expect too. Here,
Right,
we just spend a
I
little
just
bit too
gave
much
him that
time
time.
here. Yeah, because
Mhm.
like you expect him to be behind here, but you just have to understand that's not possible at this point, just because of where he
Yeah.
was whenever he killed your
My
teammate. Yeah, this flash again, it's just you're just very trigger happy to use it. So I'm gonna write down like more patience with your abilities, more patience,
Definitely.
and I don't know what a
Wait
better
for
word.
opportunities.
Yeah, more patience / wait for opportunities, because it seems like you're just very trigger happy with them, and you don't realize.
This flash
like,
ends up being actually really good though because it wins
your
the
Jett.
Jett the 1v1.
Yeah, but
Um,
like you didn't really intend for that to happen. I don't think it just kind of happened. And again, that goes back to like comms, unless you were intending for it to happen.
I think that I like to, when I retake split B site, I like to flash back site a lot, and I don't know if at the time I noticed the Jett was already hell, but either way, I'm like trying to get my teammates to push in with the flash.
Yeah, so I would say something, and also I think a big thing for you is walking up closer, because you see the extent of your flash when you flash here, right here, it gets to like right here.
Mhm.
How do I go back a frame?
I don't think you can. Or
Right here.
oh yeah, comma and period is it?
Yeah, right here. So you can go right here, but you can also make the angle. You can fix the angle. You can come over to the left here. You can move right up to this box, so you can flash all the way to back sight. And you can flash at a better angle, so it gets more of back sight as well. So
they were hard pushing this game a lot. That's why I think. And our B holds, like I say this later in this match, nobody's on B ever. Like
yeah, no, I was gonna
our
say
Sage
like,
and our Jett are holding heaven both, and it's just really unfortunate.
I don't know, because I don't think we get to see every round here. But does any team come A at all, or is it mostly B?
Like almost never.
Do you mostly play A still?
Yeah, so our Sage and our Jett kept holding B, and I would play A mostly. I don't know if I switched a couple rounds. I hope I did, because I try to pay attention to that, but
Yeah,
I'm not 100%.
I would be more. So I don't know. Like, do you have an idea of how many rounds they went A versus B? Like, did they go A only 3 times, or?
It was around that, yeah. It was like very minimal.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. Depending on, you got to realize this quickly in the half. You probably heard this from the other session with the Jett. Like, you got to realize when the enemy team is just gonna keep going to one site. Like when they just prefer a site for whatever the reason it might be. You got to take it into your own hands to actually swap and stop them at that site, because that's the beauty of defense, is you get to hold a site before they actually have control of it. But
Yeah,
if you're just going to the site where they don't go, then that's why retaking is hard, because retaking is naturally hard. It's attacking.
I think it's funny that, yeah, they're pushing B a lot, and we have 2 people in ropes right now. Jetts and sewers.
Yeah,
Our Sage is sitting mid. Like, I don't know what's happening.
it's probably part of why you're also not really concerned about B, because your team doesn't really seem concerned. Like 4 people in A still.
Yeah.
Like, but as Omen, I'm thinking you'd play up here in this box. People, I swear, if you play up there, you're probably gonna get like a 3K the first time you do it. People aren't.
I've done it a couple times, yeah.
Yeah, do it more, especially in scenarios like this where they're just going B all the time. Also, you can play backside. I'm gonna play because we're running out of time. Because most people are like, yeah, I play this character, this character, this character, a little bit of that character, a little bit of this character. It's like, yeah, just play like 2 agents. But there's also downsides of just playing 1, I think. So I think a sweet spot's 2 to 3. But
Yeah, I should
think
pick up
one-tricking's
somebody.
good. Like if
I'm thinking KO.
I pretty much one-trick Reyna, but Reyna's also good on pretty much all maps, I would say. So some maps better than others. But here, one thing I noticed instantly is that you're sitting here a little bit longer than I would like.
Sure.
So I usually sit here for like 10 seconds, depending on like, so my chambers here, he has a trip. So I'd feel pretty comfortable leaving at about the 10-second mark. It's like right now, especially after we see one up here. I'm thinking, okay, they're probably about to start showing A, especially because we don't actually have anyone looking directly into A.
No, we don't.
So I'm just
We
gonna
got the
start
KJ
rotating
turret,
here.
but
Yeah, I'm just gonna start rotating. I would have already been like right here probably,
yeah.
but we're still watching, and now we go. And they're probably gonna already have spike planted by the time we get there.
Oh yeah.
Not leaving.
Exactly.
I love
was
that
so
knife
confused.
too.
Spike down B.
Yeah, and so I backed off site here because they were pushing in hard, and tunnels are like a really bad angle to hold, in my opinion.
I wish you just kept going here and flanked, because
Sure.
I don't know. I just really like the idea. Like that's what I was thinking you're gonna do. That's what I would have done here.
Omen's gonna be mid with an op.
Because I like the idea of falling back. Because whenever you decide to fall back, your teammates are still quite far away, so it's a good to regroup with.
It actually would have been great in this round to do that. I don't know why I tried to wallbang that box.
Yeah, this is kind of like, again, we want to play with our teammate here. I can tell you kind of want to kill him.
Yeah, I'm peeking for
30 seconds left.
whatever reason, but I get confused where to smoke.
That's okay. I don't fully know where to smoke either.
Spike planted.
Keep together.
Yeah, I'm calling to my
Oh my
teammate here.
God.
You ready? Ready?
Yeah.
One, go.
Last player standing.
Okay, that was pretty good. I don't know if
Is there anything I could have done better?
Yeah, I don't know if you always do this, but yeah, you say let's peek together. So I noticed other rounds, you actually did good this round, but other rounds, I feel like you say something, but you only say it like once. One thing you'll realize about teammates in Valorant, especially silver teammates, they're kind of like robots, so you gotta tell them multiple times until it finally registers. Fortunately, this guy's pretty good, and he's like...
Yeah, he was
coordinating
doing
with
very
you.
well this game.
But don't feel discouraged if you're talking to someone, you're like, yo, let's peek together, and they don't respond back to you. Because, like, yeah, like, you still give them the benefit of the doubt and expect that they still want to win. Even after you ask them that, just say, like, yo, peeking 3, 2, 1, and hopefully they'll peek with you. Because, I don't know if you normally do that, but just make sure you're being consistently, what's the word, like, I don't know, like, you're just doing it frequently. So
Yeah, I don't like to clog up the comms too much. I guess it's different because it's a 2v1, but
yeah, definitely in this scenario, it's completely good.
yeah, if I make, because I say peek together and then I count it down, so I don't know if that's
good
enough or if it's.
Oh my God.
You ready? Ready?
Yeah, and then I ask if he's ready. 3, 2, 1.
I think your comms could specifically be a little better, like asking if someone's
God.
ready. Like this guy again, he's good. He's talking to you. A lot of people won't talk to you, and if they don't say I'm ready, then you're gonna feel like a little less confident. I would just say I'm peeking 3, 2, 1, and then hopefully that would help.
Hopefully they don't bait me. Yeah.
That's like because you're just basically announcing what you're gonna do. It's not like it's not like attached to them. I don't know how to explain it, but whenever you ask your teammates questions, I've noticed that it's less effective than just making statements. Another example, this is like, yo, where you guys want to go? Or you guys want to go A? You guys want to go B? You got to say like, yo, let's go A. Let's go A. I'll go outdoor.
Yep.
You know, yeah. So just like make a statement here.
Ready?
Yeah.
One, go.
But it worked out well. You played it well. It's good. Definitely smoke garden.
Walled me.
I feel like our crosshair placement's a little bit weak as well. That's something you can also do in aim lab. Just
Yeah, I agree.
always being mindful of where your crosshair is. Because like, could someone be here? Yes. Could someone be here? Yes. Aim at head level. Expect them to be there.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even clear that angle fully.
I think that's better than the one you did
Never
on
mind, they walled me.
split.
Yeah.
Like you actually see the corner. So you just got to put your crosshair there is the main thing. Like now I would that's a pretty weak smoke there.
Did I miss my mark?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's fun.
I don't think it matters too much.
he's
It's just a little bit off. Here I would probably save the flash.
I just throw it into nowhere, so yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna throw it, I would just throw it to Sage because you know for sure there's one there.
Ah, that's fair. I don't even know why I didn't.
Yeah, I don't
think
know.
about
I don't
that.
know who you're because you can see the other one on the map here too. I don't know who you're trying to throw it at.
Yeah, that's fair. I just wasn't thinking, I think.
Player standing.
Oh, there's a raise as well. My bad. So it could have been there.
Go over now, bro.
So it's better to go with what you know than.
Yeah, like I mean, it depends on how many teammates you have alive. Where your teammates are you flashing for your teammates? But there, it's just pretty much you
and
at that point. So
That angle raise.
yeah, good. I was gonna say I'd be telling my raise to stay alive.
Planted.
Dodge.
And I did, but I don't think she
No
does.
way.
This is a sick flash.
And
This
yeah,
is-
and then I just made a stupid play.
That could have worked. It's just risk. I think it's a little unnecessary.
I definitely agree. I just don't like I said, when I have util up, I try to see, can
What
I
you can
use
get away
this
with.
right now? Yeah, can I be aggressive here? Can I like teleport under into sight, be a different position, kind of catch him off guard, give me that advantage in the gunfight because I don't rely on my gunplay too hard.
I like that you're experimenting. It's just yeah, like now I start to form beliefs about what TPs are good and what are just more than likely just gonna get you killed. Even after a flash like this, where you see like you're probably flashing too.
Yeah.
That should.
I could have gone into tube or just right there back behind tube.
Yeah, or you could
Even-
have just ran out. Like you didn't even need to TP, but yeah. Also,
Well, I TP'd. Well, I don't know why I TP'd there, but I TP'd because I didn't want to clear.
hookah.
Yeah, hookah, but I
smokes.
guess it's smoked, and
Yeah.
maybe that close left angle. I don't know.
That's fine. I would just clear it. Like I think it's fine. I think it's good to
Okay.
just run out and fight them in good spots. It's good that you smoke, but again, focusing on the spots that you really want to be smoking rather than spots that actually complicate things for your team.
Did they have money like that?
Aim labs.
Yeah. Oh, that flash could have been really good. Just
Yeah,
again,
I was punishing their aggression, but
like
they just didn't do it.
just imagine really again. Where do you think the enemies are gonna be? Because here, I almost know that they're just gonna be still on this diagonal. They might be like coming up right here, but I wouldn't expect them to be flying out here. So I would have flashed like just a little bit more to the left. Like I understand this though, but maybe think extra about. Like also it depends on the enemy team you're against. Like are they playing actually really aggressive? Like are they actually gonna be up here, or are
Right.
they taking their time pushing in?
So you're saying I should like flash kind of more to the left there?
Yeah, for sure. Because
Okay.
like you flash that, you peek with it. I would definitely
Mhm.
swing with that because like you're trying to hold down sight here.
Yeah.
You hit if you throw that flash, you could easily kill two.
And then I play very passively here. He flashes me, so I just get scared. I back into showers, and then I get blinded again, so I just teleport out.
That
I'm
smoke.
Just like,
This smoke is actually a smoke that an attacking team would throw.
yep, that's maybe
So-
I had the muscle memory.
Yeah, because like I don't know if you know, but Sage will wall that. At least
Yep.
in older times, she would.
Now, I
Or she
should have
did wall
like.
it.
Should I have not
Uh.
smoked there and then kept that angle? Because I TP'd out to play safe, but they're not even on me. Like the Sage wall is there. There's the smoke there
you
from me.
You don't need to smoke. You don't need to TP. You don't need to ult. I mean, I would. So I think where we go wrong is with this flash. I think our intent here should be to honestly peek off of it because again we're on defense right now. We have the advantage. If they get control of the site and they plant, then now
Yeah.
your team no longer has the advantage.
Yeah, I'm playing
And-
retake before it's even.
Yeah, before it's
down.
even time to play retake. So if you die, even if you just get one kill and you die, it's still even, right? Like it's not ideal to go 1-for-1 on defense. It is fine.
Well,
to
yeah,
go
I got the
attack.
raise. I got
Yeah.
the raise there.
Yeah, I'm just
So
saying if you go and kill another one, then it's gonna be
Mhm.
3v3. So
Okay, I get what you mean.
but like here, even after you get flashed, it's very hard to turn from that flash. But I wouldn't have gone in showers. I would have just chilled.
Yeah, right
Nah.
around the corner.
Yeah, I would have just walked out and been holding for the spike plant. I would have actually said, "Yo, Sky, can you ult? Can we fight this?" I wouldn't have definitely not smoked this. And instead of TPing, even at this point, I would have just broke the Sage wall instantly to apply pressure to the spike planter.
Okay.
Because here you're basically just turning into someone rotating from B. Like you're just giving up
Yep.
your spot here. This
Yeah,
spot
I
is
did
good.
have a good position. Yeah.
That
I
is
don't really
something
know.
else I noticed. Like you seem to not be fully aware of like where could the enemy be at certain
Mhm.
scenarios. But I don't think it's the biggest thing. So yeah, we're kind of out of time. So
Yeah, that's fine.
do you have any like final questions or thoughts or anything?
No, but you wrote some stuff down.
Yeah, I have.
Alright.
I'm listening to it here right now.
Awesome,
I didn't
yeah.
actually write too much down.
That's fine. That's fine.
But just the main points.
Yeah, what would you say my main takeaway should be? Like, what should I focus on next? Something small that I can just focus on.
Your
improving.
aim definitely like you probably aim train consistently, but try to really think about what kind of mechanics do you need to be improving because it's very easy to just aim train and say like, why am I not improving? I've been doing it
Yeah.
for a while. It's probably because you're not really thinking what needs to be improved and you're not training that specifically. It's like whenever you're working out, I don't know if you work out, but if you're thinking about activating the muscle that you're working out, it's actually much more effective. So it's like the same thing for training a specific type of aim.
Okay.
But
And then
other than that, definitely more patience, wait for opportunities with your abilities. And I also wrote down respect enemies less. That is don't take that too far north because it can definitely go like bad on you.
I mean, yeah, it
But-
went bad in this play right here with the raise. I didn't respect her to get all the way to U-Haul, and then I just died.
Yeah, just in
Yeah.
certain scenarios, like respecting people too much can hold you back is my main point there. And also just more comms, specifically for the flash, but more comms, more decisive comms, I think would be a good way to put it.
Okay, I like that.
Like maybe you don't have to IGL if that's not your thing, but just like yo, like how you said, like yo, Raze don't peek, wait for us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flash. Let's all run out with my flash. Don't peek. Let's peek 3, 2, 1. Instead of asking them as questions, like we kind of said as well.
Yeah, I do like to IGL. I definitely when I play 5-stack with my friends, I'm always IGL.
Yeah, you strike me as the type of person that would want to, mainly
Thank
because you
you.
say you're like more concerned with the strategy aspect. You prefer strategy games, so
Yeah.
definitely use that to your advantage because that's one of your strong suits. So, yeah, your another one of your strong suits is that you one trick Omen. So, I feel like that's where you might. I feel like that's what you want to actually. I just had this realization that I think you should. How do I word this? Respect your enemies less when it comes to like your Omen abilities, because I don't know how many games you played Omen for, but you are much more well versed than pretty much anyone in your games at Omen, right? So like your smokes, like people are not gonna expect you to be playing in them as much as you might think. So in that scenario, try to actually respect enemies less, but overall, still respect enemies to some extent.
Yeah, I definitely take risks with his abilities and try to
Yeah,
punish
now
him for playing
yeah,
poorly.
definitely TP. Chill with the TP.
Yeah, with the DP.
Yeah, chill with the TP a little bit.
It is very punishing if I do it wrong because
consider just using it for like getting to high ground in certain areas that you can't get to unless you have a high ground ability.
Okay.
Or just getting
repositioning quick, getting out of a bad
repositioning quick,
situation.
exactly. Yeah, getting out of a bad situation. Those are perfect examples. But going for the aggressive plays, you have to be much more picky with when you want to use those.
Noted.
Yeah. So yeah, anything else? I'll probably turn this into a video.
Yeah, that's fine.
Starting
That's awesome.
tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. You're good to coach. I enjoyed it a lot, and I like I like the video format as well.
Yeah, I enjoyed making it. Yeah, it's tough, but you know, it's just more of the same stuff.
Yeah, it was plenty. So
yeah, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I appreciate your help as well.
Yeah, let me know if you get gold back. I honestly expect you to get gold back in like very soon.
Actually, my peak is silver too, so I've never been gold yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought you were gold.
No, that's fine.
So I would expect you to hit gold very soon, honestly.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I need the confidence.
How long have you been playing for?
Last 2 acts. I played the first act when it came out, but not very much. But
Okay,
I've really
yeah.
been getting into it for the past 2 acts.
You're on track then.